Hey guys, Crystal Thompson here for Studio Cadia. Today I have a really fun one-layer card. We'll be doing some masking. Then we're going to watercolor. So I can't wait to show you this quick tutorial. We're going to begin by using the gorgeous Floral Garden. This is one of the newest releases. Then for the sentiment, we're going to be using the floral wreath. Thank you along for everything. I have my watercolor paper set up on my Misty. Then I have hand cut a piece of printer paper. I'm using some temporary adhesive on the back. We're going to begin by stamping the sentiment. Thank you for everything from the floral wreath stamp set. We're going to stamp it right in the center. We're going to allow a little bit of time to dry, and then we're going to place that temporary adhesive printer paper. And the reason I'm using printer paper, it is super thin, and it's really going to allow us to stamp over it. I'm going to be using my Misty or my stamp positioner to stamp this image. One, it's a very large image, and two, I am using watercolor paper, which can be very textured and can be a bit difficult to stamp. So I'm going to do it several times. I'm going to grab a wet wipe to really be able to rub that stamp. As you can see, there's a couple blotchy spaces because of the texture on the watercolor paper. So I'm going to repeat this process several times over until I get a clear image. All right, once you have a nice, clear, and crisp image, we're going to remove that temporary mask and expose our sentiment. Now that the sentiment's exposed, we're going to begin coloring. For my coloring, I am actually using Zig Clean Color Markers, which is a watercolor-based marker. I have my baby wipe or paper towel ready to go to clean off. I'm going to begin by coloring the images that are the same shape and size. So in this case, I'm doing all leaves in that green color, and I'm just going to color the shading part, come in with my water brush and grab some color and really color the entire thing. I like to do a little bit of color onto an acrylic block and then grab it from there, and that way I don't have to continue adding more colors. As you can see, once you add the water to the watercolor marker, then it really does a really nice blending and gradient. Next, I'm going to move on to coloring the flower. I'm using a purple, and I'm going to be doing the shadows. So I'm really thinking about where the light's coming from, adding the water and bringing that darkest color of the shadow up to the top of the petals and creating a gorgeous gradient. I'm going to repeat this process on the other side, really trying to keep all the florals that are the same with the same colors. This is going to be a really nice way to keep things simple and color coordinations. If you're struggling to see what colors you want to color your flowers, honestly, just Google flower bouquets and get some ideas as to what you should color and what goes well with these different variances in color. Next, I'm going to be using a red for the little flowers, and this is just going to really add a pop of color, adding my shadow, coming in with my water, and coloring the entire leaf. So we're going to continue coloring all the red little flowers and really just making that pop of color with those smaller flowers. With those red little flowers, we're going to begin by coloring some of these blues. So again, I've added my shadow, and if I find that I'm watering it down too much, I grab some of the color from my acrylic blush and really add more of that coloring. This will really allow you to color very, very easily, and honestly, it makes really easy blending. I've kind of replaced all my Copic coloring to do watercolor blending because you still get that gradient with one shade of color. So we're going to continue coloring these flowers. It honestly took me about 10 to 20 minutes to do this in real time. And so I just like to fast forward the coloring so you can see the entire process, However, you're not having to watch a video for 20 minutes. Alright guys, as we're finishing up all the details, I'm just adding some green to those leaves that I missed earlier. When you have a large image like this, it can be kind of difficult to gauge all the different little pieces of coloring that needs to be done. For a finishing touch, I'm coming in with some clear glue, and I'm going to embellish with some Studio Caddy embellishments. This is a gorgeous clear little crystal mix. And we're just going to grab those and place some, and we're going to do 3 on each corner. And this will really be the end of this card panel. You can place this on your card base, and it is ready to go. Thank you so much for joining me today. Appreciate your help and your support. Be sure to stay tuned. Have a great day.